ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another stream. Hello, Siren Cat. Welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm a bit early, sort of. Sundays are kind of up in the air anyway, so I don't know if I'm early on a Sunday or not. So I'm not sure. Hello, Guguts. Welcome, welcome. By the way, don't let this wall fool you. It is really bright. I just covered half of my windows. Just the window, like half of the entire wall is now just blackout fabric. Because I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. So I have this part for me, which is like over there, which you guys can't see off camera. It's still bright right now. But yeah, I was like, okay. I can't anymore. You know, it's gonna stay like this for, you know, the next half year or whatever it is, and then, you know, and then we'll be good. Doing all right. You know, it's Sunday already, unfortunately. So it is what it is. But I made some progress. Did some stuff. I can show you guys. Yep. So I did. Well, starting with we can now finally dash upwards and downwards. Because before, if you recall, when you dashed, you didn't dash like upwards or downwards. You just dashed straight, which means you couldn't dash upwards at all. So now you can dash upwards, downwards, all the stuff. You can even yeah, you can do like all of this. So that's great. The other thing I did is what effect do I have? I need this is right. We have these projectiles, and if you hit them up an arch, right, they just stop. Well, now if you're close to the arch, or you just shoot them up or shoot them down. And if I'm like right next to that and I shoot, we'll shoot them up. Right. Same thing here. I'll shoot them down. So finally it hit, you know, mobs that are, well, up and down slopes, which is great. That was a pretty big one. Another one is this. This was just like me like doing like aura testing stuff. You can see I was just like, okay, what if the character's here? Then like, what if we have like a close-up effect? And what if we have a long effect? This would be like two different ones, right? And I'm like, I don't know if I want the large one. Obviously, this is way too thick. I just scaled it up. Like, if I was to keep this one, I'd want this like super thin, you know, and not this absolutely thick boy. So I'm not sure. But yeah, I was thinking about that, and then I turned on, I enabled a I did some testing for a damage over time. So if I turn on dot testing, and then I come here on these guys, and just so you can see the range, I rehook this up. So I press play. So right, so assuming that where those large ones are is the range, if I run here and I just stay in this area, he'll die. Because I have a very powerful damage over time. So if I come here and like I do this and then I leave, right? That should have not killed him. I was still testing, but that should have not killed him. Okay, well that needs testing. Well, but you know, damage over time, something or other is in the works. We could do that today. We're gonna do some other stuff today. I'm not sure. We will see. And I also made some more ability, wrote down some more abilities. I think of doing something with a Unity's visual scripting. Could get around making more than a cube. Yeah, do it. Do it. I don't know how good Unity's scripting is. It's not as powerful as Unreal's, but I know it exists. That's really it. Oh yeah, and one other thing I did was I changed. Let me get this guy to not be an elite. I changed the blood pool that spawns when you kill these guys to actually conform to the slope. So now, right, hit the blood pool that he spawned conforms. I'm actually, you know, I might want to set their angle as well to conform, because he should be like at an angle probably. Yeah, I'll probably make a note of that. On death, align sprite to floor. Fall step by step and got stuck for 30 minutes because you picked mesh components instead of mesh components. A lesson learned. Oh. Well, I mean, the output is different, so you should have realized it was different right away, I assume. Just probably didn't realize why. Yeah, the video is doing terribly. It's like it's a 10 of 10 video. Oh, it's fine. Can't all be great. Can't all be great. Maybe the corpses roll down the slopes. It makes sense and it's fun. Well, they're sprites. It's kind of hard to make them roll. You realize we didn't know why? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, a little S missing, you know, makes all the difference. Makes all the difference. Oh yeah, so here's some of the stuff that I added and changed. What did I do? I want to add different damage types. But I added some more power-ups and changed a few, and I made them like global. So we have healing is doubled, extra dash mid-air. I don't remember which one of these were from before or from yesterday. Earthquake got moved to this. Debuff got moved here. This is the old one. Increase reach of damage attacks, I think could be good. Point blank, more damage the closer you are to the player. Like when they take damage, checks how close you are to the player. And then move through some walls. So we have the spectral arrows, right? So if I'm here, right, and if I take this, I can't shoot through. But if we take spectral shots, right, we can shoot through it. We can't go through it ourselves, so maybe a power-up that lets us also go through some of these would be good. I don't know. That might be a little weird. I'm not sure. I can kill this as well. Don't need it for testing anymore. It works. I also updated the spider to use the same slope-based system. Find the idea of killing stuff on a slope and then having sprite spaghetti at the bottom. Yeah, that's pretty good. Little OP. Depends. If you are talking about it would be potentially OP if you what's it called? If you had the spectral, like being able to move through things and spectral shots, because then you could stand inside of the mesh and shoot. Shoot outwards. But I want but the enemies can potentially still hit you like into it, because the collision still will check inside of a wall. So as long as they're not too thick, they'll still hit you. So you're not immune inside of it, you know. But yeah, I don't know, like if I want people to be able to walk through walls. It's one thing to shoot things through them, or through like crates or whatever it is. It's another thing to actually walk through them. And as you can see, right, the edge ones are solid. These are not. So yeah, I don't know. Still, you know, things that we got to figure out. I like the idea of sliding down though. So what to do? I'll put it as a separate thing. Sprite slide down slope on death. Yeah, I'll write it down. I think it'd be cool. I don't know how difficult that would be, but as a timer before it pushes you or something. Shooting through the pink pillar sounds good. Yeah, that's what it's for. That's exactly what it's for. So if we go to the actual game. I will attack you. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Right. So I can't shoot through this. Right. But if I gave myself spectral shots, did I not add it to the? Did I not do this one? I might have missed this one. What? Excuse me? The heck? Why is it not shooting through it? Excuse me? Also, why am I not shooting right now? That was all very weird. Hold on. What's going on? Why are we not shooting through this? What happened? What happened? It's a spectral wall. What did I messed up some stuff, didn't I? When I added the extra stuff, I messed some stuff up, didn't I? Okay, what did I break when I was adding all the slope and functionality? This power-up menu looks so good every time. I don't know about it looking good, but it's useful. Game tags. Yeah, always game tags. Let's take a look. I guess let's troubleshoot. I don't know why it would matter. Here. That's all this. No, that's not it. Base? It is the base. Okay. So this should go false here. Why does it not go false? Also, now I need to make sure I spawn with the spectral. 1 and 3. Come on. 1 and 3. Darn it. Oh, I got freaking... Okay. That's 4 tries to get a 1 and 3. 5 tries to get a 1 and 3. 6 tries to get a 1 and 3. There we go. Yeah, so it's not going there. Okay, hold on. Spectral. Overlap. Hit. It's 50%. No, it's 33%. We have 3 different weapons. We have this guy. Okay, so it is triggering overlap. Generate overlaps events, spectral walls. Oh, what happened to his tag? Wait, what happened to their tags? What is the problem? I didn't delete those. Did I not add them? Oh, no, I don't need them anymore, don't I? What are we checking right now for overlap? We're checking for pawns and spectral walls. Can I get a object type? Or just object type? Yeah, collision. get instigator. Can I do it this way? How do we get its collision? Get and no, this is no. I want to know what type it is. What collision? What collision preset it is? 50% either getting done. Oh, you clever bastard! You clever bastard! That's one of my thing, and you did it to me. I do that all the time. Also, can I just point out, I blocked the sun from this direction. The sun comes from here. There's a window. Not a window. There's a building this direction, and the sun is reflecting off of those damn windows into my eyes. I blocked the sun, and the sun says, screw you. I'll find another way. Now I remember why I blocked the entire window before. It's not nearly as bad, but... What is this? Hold on, what does this give me? Hit component, trace, force index on it. Hit item, hit component. Oh, this might work. Hold on. Let's do a print string. What is the hit component? I guess I want to make it so I don't need the tags, ideally. Protocube dot static mesh component. Can I say if I say equals static mesh component? It needs to be exact. Get class. If this equals static mesh component. Oh, I guess I could do hit actor. Get class. Static mesh. Just print this instead. You know, yeah, I do need Office Underground. That's what I need. The thing that I just... It's the problem of... It's not a mesh actor. Okay. It's the problem of... I wanted to enjoy the view. I just don't... But the view happens to be in the direction of the sun. And that's the problem. If the view was great in another direction and my apartment happened to face another direction, it'd be a lot better. But this place rains over half the year, just not during the summer. So yeah. Static mesh actor. No, see, I don't want to do it this way because I might not use static measures. I might do a blueprint or something. So a tag is the best. Yeah, it'd be better if I did the tag because I might use blueprints and PCG and whatever else, and I'd want to control it that way. So again, the problem with sunglasses, as I keep mentioning, is it blocks the sun, but it also blocks my monitor. So, you know, here's what it's gonna look like. Oh, no, just do a. Let's take a little print string, print screen here. Copy. And let me show you what it's gonna look like if I put on sunglasses. It'll be, well, what's the you know, how strong are the sunglasses? It's gonna, you know, it's gonna look like that. Gonna make it very difficult to do anything. It's not like sunglasses only block the sun and nothing else. Right? Instead of this, I'll have this. It's not gonna, I can't do sunglasses. Can see everything. Well, you know, I need better glasses then. Oh yeah, so not only that, I need prescription sunglasses. And those are expensive. I don't have the money for that. I wear glasses. So I can't wear regular glasses. I use some prescription sunglasses. And those are expensive, and that's You see the problem here? See the problem? Even if the idea was good, the amount of issues it causes is not worth it in any regard. I wish you could be like, yeah, let me just have infinite money. Let me just spend it on sunglasses. Nope. Not an option. I guess let's put in the tag again for these. So once we put the tag in, and then I give myself spectral, and look at that. Well, at least an easy fix for everything. So let's just go through all of these and just give it the tag. Sunglasses inside is a sociopath behavior. Always a tag fix, it seems. I feel like no matter what it is, it's always a blank fix, it seems. No matter what it is, it's always that, isn't it? Always that thing. I mean, how could it not be? This is super quick and easy to do. What plans for today? Well, it wasn't this, but we're doing this now. And then I don't know. What do you guys want to? Do you want some more abilities? Do you want me to do the aura stuff, the damage over time stuff, or should we make a new character? Start doing another character. What do you guys want to see? Any preference? Out of curiosity, any preferences, or something else that I didn't mention that I'm not thinking of right now? You guys can have the choice. Power of choice is in your hands. I don't know why. I think it's because it's Sunday and it's freaking warm in my room, but I'm a bit out of it. I don't know how long this stream is gonna go, but we'll see. Okay. You. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's the last one. Play full level doing some power up combination. For that, you feel you need to work on the enemies? Yeah, we can work on the enemies today. One of the things we need to do is balance them better. Right? Because... hold on. I'm gonna just open this. I know it's not gonna save it, but at least for this session, I'll have it. One of the things we need to balance is I want to reduce the amount of enemies. And I want to increase the amount of damage they do, potentially. Oh, go away for ads. We'll wait for ads. I'll explain my game plan. Afterwards. Yeah. Drink time. Today we're drinking fish sauce. You know, I'm not a big fan of fish, but I figure maybe if I concentrate it a lot, I'll get used to the taste. So far it's not working, but I haven't drunk enough probably. So we'll continue with the fish sauce. Okay, 30 more seconds. Omega 3 to power up through today's stream. Yeah. Gotta get those Omega 3s. Whatever those mean. I'll be honest, I have no clue. We'll say Omega 3 acids are really good for you. How? Why? I don't know. Never looked into it. Never cared enough. Okay, ads are done. So we have, what weapon do I have? Sure. So we need to balance the amount of enemies. I want to also increase their life pool. And potentially increase the amount of damage they do. Maybe not increase the I don't know. I feel like maybe they should do more damage to incentivize what's it called? Killing? Or blocking, I mean. But the shapeshifter doesn't have a way of blocking. So, I don't know. But I feel like we should balance the amount of health they have. Good job, May. Good job, May. And then reduce the amount of them. So, let's do that. Let's just see what happens when we double everyone's health. And then half the amount of enemies. I feel like I want the enemies to be a little more like not unique, but like they're not just like 2 hits and you move on, you 2 hits and move on. They get to like think a little more about what they're gonna do. Obviously, I need to improve their AI as well. But yeah, let's do that. Let's spend some time doing that. So the skeleton, and we can also adjust the XP then for them. So the skeleton. Hold on. Let's do it this way. Let's load up them all in a line, and then you guys can help me decide who, like, in order of who has the most to least health. In terms of who looks like the healthiest and what is going to be our benchmark. And also, if we should change up the oh no, thank you. Okay, well, the spider obviously going to have the most. We're not going to be doing the spider. So these are our enemies that we have so far. Only 2 of these guys, namely these 2, are directional. Obviously, these are all the old 2D sprite ones. We should really get some more directional ones. It'd be good to do. But in terms of health, what are we thinking? I think Mushroom probably should have the most health, followed by this guy. The skeleton can be like here, near the bottom, maybe with the goblin. And something like this. Bigger, more HP, so the first 2. Okay, I reordered it, so it's no longer the first 2 and the mushroom. What does this look in terms of least to greatest in HP? How does that look? The least will be the little skeleton. He'll hit hard. He hits hard. He has a knockback, but he's gonna be really fragile. This is like Chonky Boy. I feel like he needs to have a lot of HP. And then this guy's second, third. This one looks good. You're done like this too? Okay. So let's here, I'm gonna open up Paint. So actually, what I can do is link and then Paint. Okay, so we do it's gonna be easy to read. Like it is. Okay. So right now we do 25 damage a hit. We do a lot. We can do 100 damage really quickly. How quickly do we want the weakest enemy to die that doesn't feel like they're just there for like 2 seconds? $500? $250? We could try these. So here I'll give some references. So if I I'm gonna remove all of you guys. So if I go into you, so for 100 health, let me change to my sword. This is how quickly we kill him. Okay. He's dead. That seems way too quick. He doesn't get to do anything. 500 health. Okay, he's the elite. No, it's not a fair comparison. Elite, not a fair comparison. Okay, there we go. That's 500 health. So, obviously a bit different. I feel like maybe something like 250 as the lowest amount. So let's try, just for shits and giggles, let's try 250. Yeah, I'm definitely reducing the enemy amount. Absolutely, I'm reducing the enemy amount. Yeah, that's the goal. Reduce the enemy amount. So I want, right, but then the enemies have to survive longer for it to make sense. So this is 250. And that would be the weakest. This, or do we go maybe, or is that too much for the weakest? I feel like that's decent for the weakest. I didn't check how fast I hit, actually. Well, I want to try some power-ups? Sure. Any specific ones you want to try? We go crit chance. Airblade. Just a single airblade. Airblade does 5 damage extra, I believe, right now. So it's not gonna do like insane amount more, but this is Airblade. Like he dies real quick. So I mean, okay, let's start with that as our base. Let's say 250. Okay. If that is 250, we gotta now figure out what is the most amount of health one of them can have. Now, keeping in mind, this guy does ranged attacks, so we're gonna need to remove health based on whether like they'll have range, but they'll have like minus health. So I'm gonna ignore that. So I'm gonna put it on him, but we're gonna pretend he is this guy because this is melee. So we're just gonna see like what is gonna be the most health we would want on a mob. So if we go to skeleton, grab you. let's say 1000 health. This is a base level. That seems too much. That seems too much. Iron purple thing with 400. Mushroom maybe 600. Other two 1k initially. 1k seemed too much. So let's try 750. Maybe. Again, keeping in mind that this is like without any power-ups or anything, right? But still. Hey, come back here. So I think here's the problem. Yeah, well, I think if they have a ranged attacks, their HP will get halved. Whatever their HP will be, if they have range, I'll half it. But here's the problem now, right? We have... It is a quick attacking game right now. So if it's a quick attacking game, it makes the enemies feel very spongy by having them have lots of health. Okay. So if we don't have them have lots of health, we can have a lot of them, but then they need to be potentially faster and more dangerous. But we don't have a good way of getting out of those situations. We get surrounded too easily. So I feel like maybe we don't increase the HP that much. So let's see what would be the most. Hold on. Let's go 500. Yep, not elite. 500. $500 seemed okay. Like, that seemed okay. That is like the highest amount, again, without any power-ups. I would maybe even go 400, honestly. I'll go even lower. Maybe 400. Oh, once we get like a good range, like a good setup for these, we'll do a test in a room. So let's do 400 max. So I want to do 400 here. And I'm not going to do 250. 250 is too high. $150. 200. 350. Well, hold on. No, sorry. This guy's gonna be 400. This is gonna be half of that, 200. Even though, because he has range attacks. This guy's going to be the same as this guy because he's ranged 150. This guy will be 250 and 300. Let's try these numbers. I think that seems okay. Maybe this one's 250. But we'll try 200 first. Okay, so the skeleton is oh, this is the small skeleton. This is 150. The large skeleton will be 400. The flying eye is 150. The goblin is 200. Or I might decrease them back a little more and I increase their damage. Just make them, then you still have fewer of them because they're just more dangerous. It's also another way of doing it. We don't increase their health, we just increase their damage, making them deadlier. So we'll try this, and then we'll play around with it. Gruntling. Gruntling was 300. Spider, we're not touching it. Okay. And so let's go to the levels then, and let's decrease the amount of enemies. Right. So in this room right now, we have 3 to 4 enemies. So we'll do 2 to 3. This is the same size, so again we'll do 2 to 3. This guy, we'll basically do per section 2 to 3, so this will be a 4 to 6. This is 4, 6. 6 to 10. No, 6 to 8, right? No. 2 to 3, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, verse 2 to 9, 6 to 9. This is basically 4 section here, so 8 to 12. Same thing here. 8 to 12. And here as well. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, so effectively it's the same. 8 to 12. This has only one section here. I feel like this one, because of the center, I'm going to do 3 to 4 on this one. And then we have the spawn room. Okay. So now we've adjusted the health of these enemies. And we've reduced the amount of them. Let me start with the sword. 3 times in a row we got. Yeah. 4 times, 5 times. There we go. Okay. Yeah, 50% of the time. Yeah. Okay. I blocked him. Okay, that was actually good. I feel like they now need to be a little more aggressive. Like their cooldown on attacks is a little bit too long. Okay. We got a lead there. So I think health-wise, they're probably fine at this point. But I would need them to be a little more dangerous. Ah. Okay, yep. That did a lot of damage. Like, the elites, I think, hit pretty well with the amount of damage they do. Because I want it so you have a reason to right block and dash away and reposition yourself. So, oh, heal 1%. That's going to help. Okay. Oh. Boy. Okay. Ah, you jerk. Also, I'm realizing they probably need a bigger wind-up on their attacks. So they need to hit harder, but they need a bigger wind-up potentially. Yeah, more, definitely more aggressive first. Yeah, and I think health is good. Oh, jeez. Like, start with this. Yeah, but now... Oh, I need to... I guess the slope is sharper than most. That's why I'm not having a good time going up. Okay. Let's adjust their aggro. Also, by the way, right now, I have it where only 2 enemies can ever attack me at the same time. So, what I mean is, if I go to my testing level, and let's say I have like a bunch of these guys. So 2 of them went in to attack me. The other ones didn't. 2 of them went to attack me. Attack me. Attack me. I don't know why they're missing. Or how they're missing. That's weird. Like, how are they missing? I need to check that. Excuse me? Do I have a damage cooldown that's way too long? Is there a damage cooldown that I have? But yeah, so only 2 of them will ever attack me at the same time. So there's always going to be the balancing aspect of that already. Where the AI just won't like all attack me at once. So we don't need, so it becomes a lot more manageable. We can make it so only one ever attacks at one time, which means you're guaranteed to be able to block. Because right now, if 2 attack at the same time, one of them you will never be able to block. So what if we make it so only one ever attacks at once, so you're guaranteed to be able to block the hit if you're good and you're paying attention. That way you're never in a position where you're taking unavoidable damage. Well, sort of unavoidable. Oh, ads. What do you think about giving the player 3 power-up on the start of the level?
Here. Pausing for ads.
So the player starts already with some different interaction? That's a good way of doing it. I'll either give 3 power-ups or make the first 3. Yeah, I'll probably decrease the size of the levels, maybe, the first few. Make the first, like, few super small. Like, you know, just increase the experience you get as well. Instead of changing the length or anything, I just increase the amount of experience or decrease the amount of experience you need to level, right? We can just adjust those numbers. So let's make the enemies more aggro. Let's start with that. Why is my phone giving me... Oh, wait, turn this off. Turn off notifications, yes. Spotify's giving me phone notifications. Oh, turn off. I don't care about you. I don't even use Spotify anymore. I use Spotify. Spotify on the phone is fantastic because when there's ads, you can skip them. Increased experience would affect the whole game by giving some different possibilities to you. So you don't get stuck with the initial weapons for a long time. Well, you want to get stuck with it. You want to be stuck with the initial weapon because that's probably going to be your weapon. The choice right now is for me to get a random weapon. In the end, I think it's going to be like a choice. You choose the weapon you start with. You can choose random and you'll get a random, or you'll choose to get the projectiles, or you'll choose to get melee, or you'll choose to get like the shapeshifter. And that's it. That's just the one you're going to be with on that run. So, yeah. And then maybe you get like a power-up or maybe a few power-ups as a base. Like when you start. But I don't want to do that. Like... I'd rather make it quick to get your first power-up than to guarantee that you start with a power. You know what I mean? But let's make these guys more aggressive. Initial basic playstyle? Maybe. I need to do something better for the melee weapon. Because I have this knock-up mechanic, right? We have this. But what the hell? Why are you being knocked up again? You should be knocked down. What happened? Why did this change and stop working? I need to have use cases for that. Did you pay attention to the block part I said? What were you thinking? I was saying that right now, because they can only attack me, like two of them can attack me at the same time, I can make it where only one can ever attack me at one time. So I can always guarantee that I can block. But I'm like, what if you're in a position where two can attack you at the same time? I think that's fine, because that means you put yourself in that position. You could have you can dash away. So there's a way of getting out of it as well. So I think it's fine for two to attack at once. But let's modify the behavior trees. Let's modify the melee one. This is all relatively simple, basic ones here. So, you have a 2-second cooldown for attack. Let's make it a 1-second cooldown. 1-second cooldown. And then you wait for 0.5 to wait a little bit. Well, I have a 5-second cooldown here. Why do I have a cooldown here then? I can just remove these, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you have a 5-second cooldown. Let's make a 2-second cooldown on your attack. I don't know why it's 5 seconds. Let's make it 2 seconds. The ranged enemy, though, can also have a 2-second cooldown. You think the current animation could be jeopardizing the gameplay by being less clear to predict? Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. They probably need more wind up. Yeah, everything is a placeholder. Yeah, they need more wind up, and I can already do that. So here it is. So here's gonna be his 2-second. So now he's attacking far more often, as you can see. And move a little bit, and then, and if I have like a lot of these guys, hi guys. Yeah, so now they're far more aggressive. They have a 25% chance of becoming an elite. So it's probably too high of a chance, but you know what? It's fine. So, yeah, it's a bit above average, but you know, it's... Why? Let me see my character. Do I have like a cooldown or something? I have stun duration cooldown, but I should still be taking damage. You mean 50%? Sure, 50%. They either can be an elite or they can't be an elite. You're right. Silly me. Yeah, don't know why they're not hitting. But they're now more aggressive. Let's just see how this runs. Oh, come on. 3 times in a row? Five times. 5 times we didn't get it. I really want to just jump down there to the boss, but I know I'll die because that's too far. See, why didn't they attack? Do we want a stamina system? Do we want a stamina system? So you can't just stand there and spam. You have to regain, like, it'll cost stamina to attack. And block and do stuff. So you don't just stand there and just mash your button, because you can do this infinitely. Yes, a little. So why? Oh, okay. These slopes are like far steeper than. Okay, I gotta need to adjust the slopes. Oh, geez. Yeah. So there's way too many enemies in this room. Why is no one attacking me there? They were, just they couldn't get to me. So we can also, I'm gonna increase the amount of enemies that can attack me at once from 2 to 3. That'll also increase the aggro. There's just way too many enemies here, but I mean, I could have gone down here and potentially been better. You'll allow 3 mobs to attack. Oh yeah, so he said the same thing I was thinking. Let's make 3 mobs be able to attack me. Find a way for the mob to fight back instead of getting stunned. Yeah, that's that's the odd thing. They shouldn't be getting stunned. Let me check their. Not you. Go away, like over here. Oh, their stun length is a second, but they have a 7-second. They have a 7-second cooldown. So they can get stunned on a hit for a second, but 7 seconds they are not on cooldown. Let's make it 10 seconds. Not on like they can't be stunned. That should help out. Okay. Okay. Guy's an elite. Let me out. Okay, that hurts. Yeah, if I got better, I would definitely block more. So so this is the problem of getting surrounded. But okay, elite has a lot of health, to be fair. Okay, killed the elite. I got through it. Good job, well, yeah. Took a little more than 10 damage this time. Yeah, and I wanted to see if he'll attack me, and he did. So, is it too many enemies? I don't think it's that I need power-ups. I think that there's too many of them. I think I need fewer enemies still. I can start with a random power-up. It could be useless. We can make it so you start with a random power-up. That shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, that guy has... Okay, I pulled that guy's attention. Why does this play only have 3 enemies? Oh, this guy's hidden. I blocked it. Haha. Yeah, I need to still change up. Hold on, let me see. Let's go to their AI. One more time. 50% chance, but still a 2-second cooldown. And then they wait a little bit. I think I'm gonna get rid of this wait. I'm gonna unhook this. And I'm unhook this. So they can attack and immediately move. So they don't continue to be like right next to me. Oh. Come on. Why is melee so hard to get compared to the other ones? Ooh. Okay, that guy died. And by falling down. Can I knock it? Yeah, I can knock him down. Let's have a little bit of knockback, so you know that worked. Let's go this way. Okay, come here. That was bad. I got body blocked by him. So let's make it. Now we're seeing how many rooms you go through. I think this is fine. Yeah, let's give ourselves the random power up on start. Let's do that. They're more punchy now. Looks good. Yeah, I like that too. So it makes me like actually play better. We can always add like a difficulty thing. Probably not, but well, we can do a difficulty thing based on like the level. Also, your regen is not looking good. How is that supposed to work? Well, I don't have any regen right now. So right now, I only recover 25% health on level up. Or if I pick up the HP up power up, which is only a one-time chance. So we don't have a way of healing right now. Or you get like one of the power-ups, like the vampire power-up, or the health regain power-up per hit. So I don't have like a good healing thing. The idea probably would be you you heal like a certain amount when you beat the entire level or you beat the boss as well. But yeah, for right now, don't have a good one. Up for suggestions. Always up for suggestions. But let's go ahead and give ourselves a random power up. Maybe they give it harder, so let's say you need some healing. Yeah, I don't know what is a good way of doing it though. We don't want, obviously we don't want to heal after every room. That's too much. So how do you heal every level? So if you were to level and you get a new ability and you restore some health. I could make it so maybe elites, if you kill an elite, you get a little bit of health as well. I don't know. Stuff I need to think about. Figure out like how the hell to, like, what's a good way of doing it. No, I don't want a baseline lifesteal. No. Absolutely not. I want the player to be better at the game than just rely on lifesteal. So, no, I definitely don't want that one. Something that rewards you for being good is you don't take damage. I mean, there you go. If you're blocking, you're not taking damage, in which case you don't need lifesteal. You don't need health because you're doing good because you're blocking and you're not taking damage. So, right, that's you. That is the reward already. Okay, let's do the power up. Rough. Get available ability. This one? Yep, get available ability. Then I need to do activate passive ability. Activate passive ability. I also need to add it to the collection. I think. Let's find out. Yep. I also need to add it to the collection. Add to collected cards. You can't block him being good 100% of the time. Yeah, true. So I agree. Again, I agree with you that we need a heal. I just don't want it to be like an always healing thing. It should be like, maybe I add an option where when you clear a room or in some rooms, there's like a healing well. And then you can pick that up. Or at the end of the room, there's a chance of, like, so Binding of Isaac has, when you clear a room, you get a random item. I haven't introduced items yet like that. So maybe that's where we introduce it, and then you have a chance of getting a health pot or you're getting something else. We need to figure out then what kind of items we'd want to have. One of them being health, obviously. We can also do something like a card shard, and when you have like, let's say 4 shards, you get a card, so you get a power up. Could be stuff like that. We need to have like a good variety of them. I would like to do like maybe you get gold and there is a currency you could buy cards from a shop, like somewhere on the level I'll have like a shop and you can buy stuff from the shop, like so going off like Binding of Isaac, every single level has an item room, and every single level has a shop that you can enter if you have the key. If you have keys, just in general. Or you can bomb your way into it. So but you have a shop on every level. Hades has the option for you to go into a shop as well. You can choose not to, of course, but you like sacrifice a room then by going to a shop because it's a different mechanic. So if I introduce shops, right, then we have the ability to buy cards potentially in a run as well. And that will give things, again, to drop. So I think that's probably going to be good to have. We probably want to introduce that. And then in there, it could also have healing stuff and whatever else. So we'll need to figure out a good way of doing it. So right now, if I played, I start with piercing shots. Absolutely useless. I mean, it depends what I have, right? I have this one. So what do I get? Berserker. Give me weapon. Okay, well, sure. Let's start with that one. Oh, wrong button. Spectral shots. This thing is not balanced right now at all. Let me... Oh. Ah, blocked you. Let's... Shall we add bigger windup for these guys and see how that works, how that looks? Again, the problem is these bolts do 50 damage apiece. Clearly not balanced right now over with our new health increase. I mean, sure, yeah, later again. Start with something and then we can later make it bigger and grander and more special. Let's just start with something. It's you know, yeah. Let's give them the entire menu. I'm not gonna give them the entire menu, obviously. At most, they'll have the choice from 3. Like they'll get the level up screen. Like maybe at the beginning, they get this screen, and then they could choose one, right? And maybe they'll choose that. All right. Oh, I got Airblade. With projectiles. Let's... Okay, I might. I mean, I might. I don't want to say I might scrap the experience. I might put it like towards something else. I'm just thinking like experience is hard to like balance in terms of how many cards you're gonna get. The amount of enemies on the floor is going to be different because the amount of rooms is going to be different. Games like Binding of Isaac get around that by having a specific amount of like items per floor. Well, there's ads, so time to think. Yeah, games like Hades give you the option to, after clearing a room, give you either a buff, healing, or a stat item. That's very much like a room, and then you choose which way to go, and then you can't backtrack, right? Very different. I don't want to do. Right, I can't do cards every room. That would be insanity. I could do cards instead of per level, but per amount of rooms you do. And larger rooms would give you more, like, points towards that. So maybe you need 10 points, in quote, to clear to get a new card, or to get a card in general. Well, you can do 10 of the tiny rooms, or you can do like, 3 of the larger rooms, or whatever it is, and you get a card. But again, the problem then is it's not set. Okay, ads are done. I need to figure out a good system where I can guarantee a player has a certain amount of cards per floor. I think is the thing that I'm realizing. Because if I don't, right, if we go with this experience system, the amount of enemies that spawn is random. Sound high. I drank. I drank during that. I'm pretty sure. Or I drank right before it. Yeah, the amount of enemies we have is random. The amount of experience they draw is based on the enemy type. So you can have, hypothetically, a person at level 2 and a person at level 4 leave the first floor. So one of them will just, even if they clear all enemies, obviously I don't know if these numbers are exact, I'm just throwing it out there. Which means one enemy is, or one player is going to have 2 power-ups going to level 2. One's going to have 4 power-ups going to level 2. So, yeah, we need to do a different system. We then need a different system. So, okay. Where's paint? What? Oh, there it is. Yep. Is there a way to track the player's progression? Well, there's a way to force a player to have something. So... not really. Not with the way I'm doing it with the generation. So I have like a start room, an end room, and then I can specify the path to it. Right? So let's say room. Boss. Start. So you start it, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms, and then you have the boss. Well, that's fine, but I have, I have paths that go out, and these paths can have different amounts, and then some paths go from these paths, and then maybe you have another connection here. So now all of a sudden, if I go this way, right, it's going to have a different amount, which is good. You don't want it linear. Right, and maybe you have another thing that goes this way, and then, right. So this is good. So here's an option. So what we can do potentially is when you start, you get the option for the 3 cards. Okay. So you have the choice right at the get-go. Okay? When you beat the boss, you get a choice. Okay? So that means, and then when you go to the next, no, you won't get it for the boss. You get it when you go to the next level. So every start of a new level, you'll get a choice of cards. And then I think we go off of the Binding of Isaac route, where we add a room that has an item where you pick up gives you a choice of cards. Or, right, you just have cards like there, and you can see them, and then you can choose which one you get. If the player goes through a bigger route, he should have more XP. Can you give experience by room cleared and not mobs killed? You can, but again, the thing that I'm coming to realize is, right, one person can be like level 2, and one person can be level 4. Even if they clear the entire room, because the amount of rooms in this path versus this path versus this, right, it's not different. It's always different. It's not always gonna have the same amount of rooms in every floor consistently. It's because depending on the shape of it, depending how if it goes up, it goes down, right, it's gonna have different amount of rooms. So even if you clear per room, experience is going to be different at the end. And so it's not going to be consistent. So we can do an item at the start, a card at the start, a card room, yeah, I'm thinking level to level. Right, so this is like, let's say this is level 1. You get a card. You can find a card. And okay, and then we can introduce a shop. Okay. Where you can potentially buy a card, whatever card they have. They'll have other stuff. I mean, you can buy a card. And then when you clear a room, you have a chance of getting some kind of currency. Or you get currency just in general for clearing a room. You also have a chance of getting maybe a card fragment. And if you collect enough of the fragments, then you get a card, a random one. Obviously, you'll have a healing potion. What other items could we have? I don't know. I'll need to think of some more stuff. But this will mean that you get 2 items or 2 power-ups per level guaranteed. If we do a shop, you can have up to 3, and then you have a little bit of variance with this. Obviously, this have a low chance of dropping compared to like these 2. I would need to have more items here for this to make sense. Like for the shop to make sense, I would need more stuff. Because we don't want to give, like, let's say 10 gold per room. And then, like, obviously 40 gold or whatever it is for larger rooms, you know, linearly. Yeah. I think this is going to be a better way of doing it. I don't know. What do you think? I'm curious about your thoughts on this. And obviously, then it's easier to balance, right? Because you know the power level someone's going to be at a certain level. You know what they're going to have. Oh, we can add stuff for that. Yeah, we can. I remember I was going to have active items. We have a system for it. Like, well, not have a system, but like here, right? Activate passive ability, activate active ability, right? I was originally going to have active abilities or active items or something, right? So, yeah. Yeah, so I like this more. Again, the shop is a question mark. Okay, this part is a question mark. But I think we go with this. Is there something we can use the experience system for? Is the reason also the player to explore more each level? Yep. Because they're gonna want to find the item room, and it can appear on the mini map as well. You know, we have the mini map now, so we can like show where it is, and we can do like the same thing for the shop. I see some ideas for items probably, and then we're good. So this guarantees us 2 cards. Is there another place where we could put a card in? Do we want to put another card in? I don't think we do. So I'm imagining 10 floors or 10 levels. If you have 10 levels with 2 cards a pop, that's 20 levels. No, I don't want to give him a low drop. Because that means you could potentially have, you get really lucky and like end up with 5 cards on the first floor, you know, or something like that. I want control over that. So, okay, here's what we do. We're gonna have a card room. Right? Card room here. But we're gonna have also a key somewhere. Just one of the rooms will have a key. And you're gonna need the key to open the door. Do we want that? No, I don't want that. I don't want that because if you end up, let's say, going... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, yeah, then if you go, like, this way, right? You found the room that you needed to, and then you can go here, and then you go here. Well, you could go, like... It's a lot of backtracking, yeah, because you could have ended up going this way, this way, this way, right? And then now found the room, and then what? You're going to backtrack? Yeah, I don't like the key idea. We were thinking at one point to have a key to the boss room though, and that I think I still will do. So just somewhere here, in one of the rooms, we'll have a key to the boss room. And you just need to get the key to open the door to the boss room. Yeah, I think that's better. So that gives you a little bit of reason to explore the map. Yeah, for a little more exploration. Do we need the key to go open the boss room? Do we care? If you want to speed run it, it kind of just slows you down. Because again, depending on where this key is, it could be a lot of backtracking. Because let's say you went this way. Let's say you beeline for the boss. Let's say the key was here. Then you went this way, you didn't find it. You went this way, you didn't find it. And then finally you found it here. And you have to go all the way back. I don't like the key anymore. I think this is enough exploration. This rewards you for exploration. That's the thing. Unlike the key, this actually is a reward for exploration, and I like that. The key is not a reward. The key is a necessity. I don't like the necessity. I want it to be a reward. I want to reward you for exploring. I don't want to punish you for not exploring. We should analyze how much the level was explored and how long it took. No, that's too much. I don't think that the amount of exploration you do should matter. What I think will work is, so buying of Isaac. I keep referencing it because we're doing the same kind of like passive system. This is gonna be more this 3D obviously, but it's a lot of it is inspired by Binding of Isaac. They have a lot of items. So if I just look up, I have Isaac items. Birth items. No, these are power-ups. We don't care about these. These are power-ups. Where's the like items like oh, okay, so trinkets are items they can drop that aren't like passive abilities, but they have like you can only hold on to one of them. All consumables. You get the cards. You get runes, the nice rooms, the keys. Hold on, where? Binding of Isaac. What's it called? Chest items. So you get 2 to 3 random pickups. You get random. You have coins. You have hearts for healing. You have keys to open up more chests or the rooms. And you have bombs. Is that really it? I guess that is it. There's also just chances of getting like small things, like you get a card, you get a rune, you get a trinket. Oh, you also have like a ultimate ability, which you can get like as an item. Yeah, we can get like ultimate ability items. And you can only hold one of the ultimate ability items. And then whenever you clear I mean it's I don't want to just take Binding of Isaac mechanics. We should make like unique ones, right? Like, or just like put our own spin on it. I think the ultimate we can just it won't be an item. Maybe it'll be something else. We don't have bombs. We don't have the hearts, pills, right? All this is different. So I think we don't have the chest system. No, but I want to make it. I don't want to copy, but also it's not for like, not that it's a bad system. It's just, what's the point of copying the system? If I think of more items to drop on a per room, then I might add items to drop per room, which also would, give you exploration incentive. And then we can introduce a shop and stuff like that. Or we could still introduce a shop. We can still introduce a shop because we know the length of this main path. This is set in stone. This white path is set in stone. So we know for sure you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. We don't know what they are going to be, though. We don't know if they're going to be small rooms or large rooms. But we can average it. And so we can get an approximation of how much gold you're going to have per level. And we can base, and then assuming they're going to do some exploration, we can make it so if you explore the entire place, or probably most of the place, depending how lucky you get and what kind of rooms you get, you can buy like however much stuff from here. So options. Let me write some of this down. So rework XP cards to start plus card room. Potential shop needs items. Yeah. Let's write that down. Okay. Yep. Yep. I think we go with this. I think we go with this. Oh, and the ultimate ability. Ultimate ability. Let's put a question mark there. One from enemy to level progression to shop. That's what I call productive ADHD. Well, because right, everything is tied together. You can't, like, the game doesn't exist in a vacuum. The game exists within, like, it's everything together. Right? You can't have a game that's just that one thing. That one thing needs to work with everything else. And so, right, because it went from enemy balancing to, hey, we need more power-ups. Oh, why do we need more power-ups? Because I don't have enough. Why don't I have enough? Well, we're gonna need more, but if I increase more, then, right, it all makes sense. Like the way it like all connects. Which is how we got to this point where we need to, right, figure out a way to control this. So I think I started saying this at one point, but I think I never finished the thought process. So if the plan is to have 10 floors, or right, that you go down, and you get 2 cards per, you get 20 cards. $20 cards is a lot. Assuming that we have 100 cards to choose from, that means you've gone through 60 card choices. Because you only get 1 of 3. You basically saw everything. So what that means is, obviously 100 items then would not, 10 floors would be too many for 100 items. We want to have more items. So probably start with like 5 floors. If you skip a card, does it come back? No. Should it? Right now it doesn't. Right now I have it when you have a choice of 1 of 3, the other 2 choices go away. And that's how it is in other games as well. That's how it is in Binding of Isaac. That's how it is in Hades. That's how it is, like, when you make a choice, your choice needs to matter. And so, if you choose not to take it, and you choose something else, that is your choice. You've made your choice. I like that choice. It makes the choice matter. Otherwise, if it comes back, then okay, you can get like choice A, B, C, and then next level, well, you just get D, B, C. So you already saw these two. You didn't want them before. Why are you getting them again? Yeah, maybe they were good, but the other one was clearly better, so you took that one, right? If you get Airblade and multi-shot, well, no, but the problem, you're thinking of it a little wrong. If you get Airblade and multi-shot, it's not fun because you want Airblade and you want multi-shot. What should be done is you want other abilities that work with multi-shot, like Airblade, to make it fun, and you want Airblade to also work with other things, not just multi-shot, to make it fun. So you're not required to have both of them. It'll be nice to have both of them, but you're not required to. Right? So a lot of the stuff already works together, but we just need to have more power-ups that work together, and then you don't be like, okay, I need that one combo, and that's it. That's the only one that matters. The other one's like, whatever. No. That's how I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm not thinking about, okay, we need to get like specifically Airblade and multi-shot. Okay, greater multi-shot, and lesser multi-shot, air blade. That's it. Right? Yes, very powerful, but we need other stuff. We need other things that are of equal power, or we need to lower the power of air blade, right, and tweak that to work. Yeah, Binding of Isaac has all the entire idea of this is based off Binding of Isaac. All of Binding of Isaac items are are mostly passives. Yeah, if I pull it up again. There's their items. So on the left here, you can see it says the text. So he cries. Projectiles. Tears are his projectiles. So like fire rate up. You shoot 3 at a time, but you have but you do less damage or range. Homing effect, more damage. Boomerang. This is damage. Oh, adds. But yeah, all of this is passives that modify your projectile. Some of them make your projectile a laser. Some of them give you an item that when you attack, it just flies out and comes back. And it can explode. Bob's brain is somewhere around here. Some of these are active items. Some of these are passive. This gives you double shot. This can reroll your run. This one gives you large projectiles at the start, and then they quickly shrink, but they do a lot of damage. So, yeah, Binding of Isaac is all projectile-based. Binding of Isaac is based on tears. Yeah, so if you've never seen it, let's see if it find a thing. Yeah, hold on. I'll wait till ads are done. I'll show it. Now, in the meantime, drink some water. I highly recommend the game. It's a fantastic game. That's different from what you were doing. You can get a player in situation where the cards they can choose are not useful. Well, that's why I've been changing the power-ups to be useful. Okay, ads are done. So yeah, the guy I'm referencing is this, Binding of Isaac. Right, so you control something, and you can have like followers. You get power-ups, and they change the way you look, which is fun. So right, so you just have item rooms, boss rooms. You have potentially there's some hearts, there's some coins. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Look, some other people are watching. I don't want them to think I'm too weird. So, you know, I try to fool them. I'm sorry. But they can see here, like his tears are now slow, and you know, yeah. So yeah, right. But it's all projectile based, so it's a lot easier in that regard. Mine is not all projectile based, but I'm not gonna have power-ups show up that you cannot use with your weapon. So if you're doing a melee weapon, you're not gonna get the projectile only power-ups, which is why I have here in power-ups, I have a melee only power-ups, projectile only power-ups, shapeshifter only power-ups. Everything else should work with anything. If it doesn't, it goes in one of these categories. Right, so that's how that's working. Like Airblade is only a melee. Cleave, if I make it work single target projectile versus multi-target, it'll go in overall. But everything here should be everyone. And ideally, I shouldn't have any... I should have, like, some specific weapon, like power-ups. But, yeah. I want 100 unique power-ups, at least, for all weapons. And then they can have unique ones, obviously. Okay, so... yeah, if we do 5 floors to start... that would put us at 10 cards and 30 choices. Let's see what kind of build we can have with 10 cards. So right now we have 1. Let's go orbiting orbs. 10% more damage. Okay. That puts us what? 3? So we have 7 more. Let's go lifesteal. It's 4. Increase damage 5% for every enemy in melee range. Airblade. Glass cannon. I think that was it. I think that's 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, no. Block attacks from all directions. Extra stun chance. That gets us 9, so 1 more. Hit all enemies. In the future, if you change, I'll let you know that I was right. Change what specifically, just so I understand what you're referring to. If I change what are you going to be right about? So this is 10. Yeah, 10 feels a little low. So, well, 10, again, is assuming not having, what's it called? Not having the shop. If I introduce the shop, let's say for 5 extra ones. That's 1. Oh, and then I'm out. Well, that's fine. 2, and then 3 more health ups, which will go here in my case because I run out. I don't have enough power ups. Because that's 3 per, so that would be 15. That'd be 45 power ups you would see. Oh, the part where you don't get the same power up twice. I really do not like the idea of seeing the same power ups multiple times. Like, not at all. So, yeah, that one I'm probably not gonna change. Some of the powers don't have that big of an effect in game. Initially, imagine that you would have a lot more. Whoa! Right now, what are our power ups? Let's see. We have what, 30. 31. Yeah, sorry. We're not even halfway done with it. We're not even a third of the way done with the power-ups. Sorry, they're not all game-breaking. They're not even a third of the way done with power-ups. They're all changed the way you play. Right. They all change the way you play. I need to figure out a good way of doing melee. Melee one is the hardest one. It's a lot easier to do projectile ones. Melee is much more difficult because, right? If I have like the air blade, right? If if I have Airblade, darn shapeshifter. Die! It's not balanced right now. Die! Yeah, it's not balanced at all. Not balanced at all. But right, if I have Airblade, well, am I gonna have like 20 other effects that all do the same kind of thing? That probably not. I could have a power up weapon enable roll. Absolutely. I don't think it's would be very good. What I do have though is a power up where it is not spectral tether. I have the ability to do damage on dash. There's another one that is a dash that allows me to oh, intangible death. Here it is. Dash through enemies. So it effectively works like the roll. Allows me to go through. The above message contains sarcasm. Sarcasm or not, yeah, we had the functionality of dash sort of here with a power up. So yeah, lots of things for me to think about though. And I'm gonna think about them as I run to the restroom real quick. So I'll be right back. I'm back. I think one of these days I should play through a bit of Binding of Isaac and Hades and stuff on stream. Like to figure out like, okay, these are the games that are kind of inspiring, you know, the style and stuff. Also, Dead Cells, which, geez, I haven't played that in forever. All right, these are the games that are inspiring it. So let's see how they're doing it. Let's pick some notes because, you know, that's good to do. But see what we like, see what we don't like, see like how we want to tackle it for ourselves, how to make things different. So yeah, I think at one point or another, because I have all these games, obviously I played them. You have a friend addicted to Binding of Isaac, but you never tried, not really your style. Yeah, it's not for everyone, for sure. But if you like what I'm doing here, I think you'd like Binding of Isaac. But yeah, this is good. Yeah, I need to think of, if you have ideas, by the way, for power-ups that I haven't done, I'm always open for for suggestions. Coming up with 100 plus unique power-ups isn't the easiest thing. Because right now we don't have, and this is one of the things I actually have on my list of things, is different damage types potentially. Because right now we just have damage. We don't have like fire damage, lightning damage, you know, poison, or like all of these effects. But I haven't thought of a good way of like implementing that kind of stuff. Like, it could, like, I could have a weapon do fire damage, but then do I have enemies then that are weak to fire damage? I guess that would be the idea, and then everything else is just regular. But for those enemies, maybe it does a little bit more. I don't know. I haven't figured out like the best way of like reasoning for the damage types yet, which is why I haven't like put it in yet. You're more into game design perspective since it's your bachelor's. Oh, nice. You're not too much in the style. Ah, my degree is animation and visual effects. Okay, so film stuff, not game stuff. Yeah, game design is. This is my first time. This is my first game. So that's definitely not my area of expertise. I just have a lot of experience playing games, but not even like by some comparison, probably not even that much. Yeah, we gotta figure out stuff. Yeah, the big one that as you mentioned is the Airblade one. Right, you want Airblade, and I don't know like what to do in terms of like giving. Problem with it is it doesn't synergize with anything except things like multi-strike and stuff like that. Right? The angle stuff. I can have it trigger some other stuff, like in trigger culling strike. I don't have it doing any of this stuff. Oh no, it does. It'll trigger culling strike. It'll trigger like soul siphon. It'll trigger like all this other stuff. But I want some more like visual effects, like it. So I think what needs to happen is for when you have Airblade, it replaces your attack with Airblade. You don't also get a melee attack. You just have the one attack. I think that will balance it more. Because right now, if I have Airblade, I have my regular attack and I have the Airblade. So I hit twice, is what I'm saying. The Airblade has its own custom damage amount, so it's not like you're not just doing double damage. But I think your attack should just... Your melee attack should basically become a projectile. I think we're going to change the Airblade entirely. I think Airblade should make your melee attack a projectile. We're changing it. So that means all your projectile, the homing, the whatever else will work on it. Melee weapon comes projectile. When you came out with Airblade, you didn't have a different. No, I didn't have different weapons. That was like one of the very first ones I did. Yeah, maybe it should be like more project. Yeah, so we will make it so it spawns. It basically, you no longer do your melee attack. Instead, it does the projectile stuff only. And I would need to modify it to also work So to also then, one, not be a Niagara particle anymore. And two, yeah, then I can have it be like a projectile like every other stuff. So it'll be like having the you could, then all of these would work for it. Here's what we can do to make melee more interesting. Here's a thought process. The air blade makes your weapon a projectile, and it gives you piercing because it goes through enemies, so it gives you piercing shots if you have air blade. It's not how you spell projectile. We can have different ones that also all give you projectile. So maybe a different kind of attack that also gives you spectral. A different one that also gives you homing. And they're all like airblade. They'll have their own like attacks, and they'll change the way your melee attack works into a projectile. But the visual will be different, and whichever one you pick up last will be the visual. So that'll be cool. But then, right? But then we step away from it being melee. I need to think of just things that work with as melee, that are synergistic as melee specifically. And that's it's so much harder than projectile ones. Yeah, well, you know, no one said game design was easy. No one said it's easy. That's fun. It's fine because it's fun, you know. I'm enjoying myself despite it being difficult. I think tomorrow we will do this system where you'll get a card option, and then we'll set up a room that you spawn with, and we'll temporarily disable the experience level up. And instead of, you know what we could do is when we introduce the ultimate, we'll convert the experience into like you using your ultimate. Whatever that ability that is. I feel like I made a big speech, but I weren't here. What I miss? Rewind. Also, how can you say that and then immediately say that sounds good? You wouldn't know if it sounds good if you didn't hear it. God damn it. It's fine. But yeah, we'll take care of that stuff tomorrow then. Oh, the ultimate gauge, yeah. We'll make it so it's then linear, right? It doesn't keep increasing that. But then it'll just be, here's the ultimate gauge. Then of course, need to introduce ultimate ability. Maybe, you know, like, we gotta have some fun with some ultimate abilities. Like, maybe the current version of the Airblade becomes an ultimate ability, and instead of how it is right now, it just, when you use it, it just has like a 360 attack of blades just shoot out from you in all directions. which would look really cool. Could be something like that. And the current Airblade version will become something else. Options. Okay, but I have a lot to think about. We're changing this up quite substantially again, which is good. Just want to preface that, which is good. Yeah, like it hits a big area, or maybe or maybe something else. Just everyone in an area just gets like slashed, or whatever it is. Figure something out. Oh, Screen Apple. What I think of GTA 6 trailer? Didn't see it. Didn't care. Honestly. Trailer means nothing to me. Show me the actual gameplay. Like once it actually gets close to it, then I'll care. There's Binding of Isaac is already Rebirth is already 2. There's expansions for that one. No. We're making our own game that is different, damn it. It's inspired by these games, yes, but it's gonna be different and unique. That's the hope. Damn it. Okay, but yeah, I think that is gonna do it for today. I got a lot to think about because we're changing things up, but again, that's a good thing. I honestly think this is a better system. It's I like it a lot more. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't seen today's YouTube video, go check it out. Give it a like. Give it a watch. It's struggling. Yeah, most of today was theory crafting, but I think it was much needed theory crafting. So, yeah. Yep. Anyway, have a good weekend, or the rest of the weekend, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for some... Yeah, we did some balancing. That's right. Yeah, we balanced out some enemies, and they're much better now. More aggressive and more health. Okay, take care, guys. Bye-bye!